Hey, it's BGV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a first look at the Elder Scrolls Online Summerset, which releases on May 21st or 22nd. Gosh dang it, why can't I remember? I'm pretty sure it's May 21st. So until that release date happens, I'm going to keep showing you guys gameplay and show you as much as I can. And hopefully you guys find that interesting. And if not, I don't know what to tell you. Go watch... What? Go watch some Fortnite wins or something, right? That's what the kids are into these days. I said in the previous episode that between the next episode, I will go ahead and add all of the passives, and that's actually exactly what I've done. If we take a look at every single thing, I have gotten all of the passives down here, even if it's stuff that doesn't make any sense, like One-Handed and Shield. Got all the passives. Guild, Fighter's Guild, got all the passives. Increases your weapon damage by 3% for each Fighter's Guild ability slotted, which is 0 because we don't have any of these abilities slotted, but... Anyways, went through and got all of the passives. The only ones I missed was like jewelry crafting starting here, provisioning and woodworking. I was not able to get to these because I am out of skill points. Did that, and then there's this champion system, which I have no experience with whatsoever, but I basically added a ton of the apprentice and the tower to increase like magic and stamina respectively. I did these awfully, like they're not optimized whatsoever, but... You know, I just had a bunch of points there. I assume that to be kind of like in the MMOs I've played before, you know, you can sort of get like over-leveled, right? Like you get your normal levels and all that, your skill points and everything, but when you just play this game a ton, you'll get like bonus things. So that's what I assume those to be. And I equipped this set here, which is the Winterborn. I'm not sure what level these are. It says level 50, and like people were saying, you know, it scales. So, I don't know, when you deal damage with a cold damage ability, so I'm not sure. This is probably not the best suit to have for our character since we're using, like, fire. But, whatever. I wanted a cool looking set, and this one's decent enough. I'm not about to go through all of these little sets here. I mean, look at this. These are, like, containers, by the way. So, dungeon sets, we open it, contains, like, medium dungeon sets and heavy dungeon sets. We open those, then those got, you know, their own set. It's crazy, man. So, I'm not about to go through all of that and figure out what we should wear. So that's our character moving forward. Yeah, so we were doing this quest here. Old Wounds. A prominent high elf named Halamorian was murdered by a folkloric assassin called the Ghost of the Green, but there may be more to this case than meets the eye. Lauren used a highly restricted spell to witness the last moments of the ghost victims' lives. It seems to be troubling her greatly that she resorted to using it. I think that's a grammar error. I should speak with her. And, yeah, in the last episode, it kind of glitched out. She didn't complete the animation, so hopefully everything's okay now. It's telling me to leave, which is weird. Looks like she's over here. I mean, this is online, obviously, so it's always saving. You can't just... Yeah, see, look how much more we can sprint now because I added some of the tower, and it was, like, reducing the sprinting cost.
How could he blame me for this?
Yeah, so what we didn't see was she used some sort of spell to see what killed the people in that house back there, but the animation sort of messed up and it didn't complete. Rubidite ore. Yeah. Obviously, this is an MMO, so there is just crafting a bundle if you guys are into that. Like I said, I was showing you guys the skills. We've got all of this crafting stuff. You guys know me. I am not the biggest fan of crafting. I don't really get too far into it if there's a crafting system. Well, if it's part of the core gameplay, then obviously I have to. But, yeah, there's just crafting up the butt. Jewelry crafting was added with this Summerset expansion, so all of this stuff is new from what I understand. Now let's get started here because we need to take a look at our new skills as well when we find some combat. I'm imagining we'll have to kill the Ghost of the Green.
You're sticking by my side. Even after I use that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, admin. Truly. I suppose I owe you a bit of an explanation.
Yes. Tell me what this is really about.
I told you how the Ghost of the Green killed my husband. Sorville's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died.
This Elder Scrolls Online, by the way, deals with a lot darker stuff than the standard Elder Scrolls games. Like, they've mentioned a lot of different things that just they usually don't go that far into in Skyrim, for instance. And Sorville blames you for that?
Not for that. For what came after. Soraville wanted us to mend each other's wounds. Perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now, I need to stop him.
It's telling me just goodbye, so I wonder if he shows up here. Enter the Red Temple. Okay, looks like we're about to have our final confrontation. Yeah, looks like we're about to have our final confrontation with Soraville in the Red Temple. We should probably use these skills so I know what they do first. I'm not sure if we can use them without a target, though. So that's the one that makes us like the embodiment. There's a lot of buffs with this skill line here. What's this do? Okay, that's the AoE, right? So number 2 is like we become electricity. That's our buff. Number 1 was the fists thing. So in fact, I suppose we should unequip this then, shouldn't we? This the staff that we've got. The staff is the Master's Inferno staff. Let's unequip it. Your inventory is full. Okay. Well then let's get rid of Camlorn Sweet Brown Ale. Okay. Now we'll unequip that. And we should be able to now activate number 1. Maybe we need a target. And then number 4 is what? That's another buff. And then number 5 is our ultimate, I believe. Yeah, I'll have to... Let me just really quickly run through these again. Because, man, this is just so much to remember. Okay. No, wait. Yeah, no, wait. Our ultimate... Yeah, is R. My bad. Ball of Lightning, transform yourself. Yeah, flash forward. Okay. We'll just figure it out. There's just so many spells. One last thing. I think I'm going to equip that staff just because... it was like Winter something, I think. Winterborn Robe? No. The Master's Inferno staff? I think it was that one. Okay. Yeah, we'll just have to figure out these skills by ourselves. There's just so many in MMOs, man. Okay, Red Temple Catacombs. Let's kill Soraville. Yeah, so if I remember right, number 1 buffs our hands? I think we have to use... It was saying, like, unarmed. But I could be wrong. No, it could just mean, like, the weapons that are in our hands at the time. But it looks like we'll need to find an enemy to use it. Okay, looks like we're fighting through with Lorne. Pursue Soraville. Yeah, so we might be able to test these abilities on some enemies in here.
Soraville, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Oh, Lorne, I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take. Your life.
No!
Soraville.
I really don't want her to die, but...
Don't worry about me. Go. We can't let Soraville escape again.
Okay, so we're going to have to kill Soraville. He might kick my ass. I don't know. We've got these dudes here, so let's try our abilities. We're going to press 1. I thought that was the... Okay, so with this weapon, it looks like we can... Although it's not letting me do it. What the heck? Oh, okay. I was going to say we can rapid fire our... It's not letting me attack right now. Oh, only when we stand still can we attack. Because we can do this over and over again. I have no idea what's happening right now because these dudes are not taking damage. Well, this guy probably is going to. Wow! That staff does a lot. Okay. Down he goes. We should probably go into that one skill tree and switch it out for that healing app, Dark Gift or Dark Deal or whatever it was called that heals us. We'll probably have to do that because I am most likely going to take a lot of damage. Okay, now let's try our abilities on this guy. So here's number 1. Sort of shocks him. Number 2 buffs us. Number 3 is the AoE shock attack. Number 4 is another buff. And then number 5 is the dash that, like, damages everybody. And then our ultimate... What is our ultimate? Charge your fist with the power. Oh, that's what I was getting confused on. The ultimate is the fists thing. So that probably just replaces our weapon, yeah. And then what is this one? Lightning to strike an enemy. Okay. So I got it now. So number 1 is like single target. Number 2 is buff. Number 3 is AoE. Number 4 is buff. Number 5 is dash. And our ultimate is a buff for our hands. And then we've got this powerful staff that we can kind of just rapid fire like this, or we can charge it up. There's so many mechanics when it comes to combat in Elder Scrolls Online, and they're all simple, fairly simple. I just need to sort of practice them. You know, you have to block, you have to interrupt spells, you have to dodge, you have to get out of AoE. It's pretty... The enemies telegraph their attacks, I mean, pretty easily, so it's just kind of up to you. Okay, so 1 is the single target shock. Doesn't seem like it deals that much damage. 2 is a buff. That dealt a lot of damage, so we'll have to remember to keep activating 2. There's 2 more dudes here. Wow, yeah, okay. 3 is AoE, electricity spell. 4 is another buff. And then 5, we should be able to dash through, but I hit the wrong button. Okay, this is super confusing. I remember the last time I played Elder Scrolls Online, a lot of people were like, why don't you play in third person? So let's try that. I suppose you're supposed to. Just like in League of Legends, I used locked camera for the longest time, and everybody was like, why in the heck are you using locked camera? They couldn't believe that I was using locked camera, because I got to a decent level, like Platinum 1 in League of Legends, and still I was using like the locked camera, so I had to teach myself to not use the locked camera. So it's like that for Elder Scrolls Online. You got to teach yourself sort of how to play it differently from Skyrim and stuff. Okay, so let's dash. So it deals like AoE damage to them and sort of stuns them. Let's use our AoE ability. Yeah, unfortunately, I guess we're just not optimized for like electricity, because our electricity is not dealing a lot of damage. Honestly, our staff is dealing the most amount of damage. So single target shock spell. Just does so little, man. Buff ourselves up. Let's try the dash. Whoop. Yeah, see, if I really knew what I was doing, I mean, yeah, this skill line does seem pretty damn powerful. Oh, that's right, yeah, and it continues to shock them, too, one of the abilities. Okay, so far so good. Let's replace one of our skills with the Dark Deal that we don't really use too much. And honestly, if I can sort of do this better here. So the dash, that'll stay on 5, and then let's put our AoE there and put that there. 3 is the buff, 4 is the buff. So let's put the dash there, and then let's put that there, and let's switch these around. Okay. Now let's go to Daedric Summoning. Let's go to Dark Magic and Dark Deal. Let's put that instead of the dash. Yeah, let's get rid of this. And let's move these forward. And then let's put Dark Deal there. Okay, I like that. And I like the ultimate from Dark Magic as well, but we'll try this one. We're saving it for the boss. Okay. Yeah, I'm a complete Elder Scrolls Online noob, if it wasn't clear, but hopefully I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, see, this Master's Inferno staff deals a lot of damage, even more so than our normal skills. Not sure where we're supposed to go. We can't... Wow. Okay, well, that happened. Way Shrine? No! What do you mean, Way Shrine? Oh, it's gonna restart this? Okay, well, we'll try to just move through. This isn't that... Yeah, we'll just run past all of the enemies.
Sorville, I know you're here.
We might have to wait for her to die, though.
What do you want from me?
Or for her to get hit, I should say.
I've already taken so much. Your teacher, your honor, your pride. There's only one thing left for me to take. Your life.
Sorville. Don't worry about me. Go. We can't let Sorville escape again.
Okay, I'm going to run through these enemies. It looked like we went to where we needed to go, but I'm not exactly sure. It's pointing us this way, obviously, but there's a wall here. We can't really get through that wall. So, yeah, I continued on this way, and it's kept all my abilities, right? So if we press 5, it should revive a lot of our stamina. Yeah, that thing seems really, really cheap. How would that be used in PvP? So then we come here, and it looks like a dead end, right? And I'm not sure if we have to activate some sort of hidden thing or something. Okay, let's get out of here. Heal a little bit, excuse me. Yeah, so I'm not sure. And then we just keep going this way, because it's the only way that we can go. And I'm assuming the Red Temple is for this one purpose, for this, like, for the end of this specific quest. So then we keep going this way, and it's a dead end. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. We can't jump that. There's no way. That spider's still dead from where I killed it. Yeah, these guys get, like, invulnerable when they're running away. Let's take a look at our map, I suppose. So we go straight. Alinar. Oh, that's where we are. So we can go. Oh, look at that. There's a little hidden area to the right. Okay, okay, okay. So back here. And... oh, how did I not... oh, my God. I can't believe I didn't see that. Okay. Well, this is where we need to go, clearly. Yeah, so as you can see, enemies, like always, when they start glowing like that, you need to hold on the right mouse button to block their attacks. And then there's, like, a different sort of effect when, like, red and beige things are going into the enemy that you need to, like... hit both of the left and mouse right buttons at the same time to sort of interrupt them. Obviously, you want to stay away from the red AoEs. And yeah, there's just, it's MMO mentality. So whatever your job is, you know, you're either DPS. I suppose what the skill set that we have now is supposed to be DPS sorcerer. But obviously then there's, like, you know, healing mage, and there's CC mage where you just keep CCing the enemy so your DPS can get to them. I'm not really sure what our roles are. Like, I'm not sure what we're doing here. Like I said, we're using a destruction staff, so obviously I think we're DPS more than anything. Okay, down go the spiders. Yeah, I'm not really sure how strong this ability is, because it looks like we can just keep spamming it and healing ourselves over and over again. But that might be because we're on the test server. Okay, let's just run past these guys. You guys know how you guys know what goes on when these dudes attack you, pretty much, right? Who are these, by the way? Graven, Swordmaster, Graven, Dreadnought. I think it's just because they're just here, like, guarding the temple. Okay, hopefully these guys don't follow me. I'm going to try to go to the far end of the room, so maybe they lose their aggro on me, because if we have to fight all these dudes at the same time, that's obviously not really going to work, and it looks like that might be happening. Okay, so there's Soraville. Oh, my God. Some of them are running away, though, so we might only have to... yeah, okay, so let's chill for a second. Let's let those dudes leave. There's a ladder there. Okay, so before we fight Soraville, let me just make sure I know what I'm doing here. 1 is the single target electricity shock. 2 is our AoE. 3 is buff number 1. 4 is buff number 2. 5 is Dark Gift, heals us for health and stamina. And then our ultimate we have not used yet, but it should give us a buff that basically just, like, kind of gives us, like, Kratos' Spartan Rage mode, I would think. I don't know. Okay, here he goes.
The ghost of the Green's final victim.
So this is our boss. Let's use number 1, see how much damage that does. Not any damage at all. Let's use Dark Gift, heal up a little bit, because he's dealing a lot of damage to me. Let's use our ultimate. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but it looks like... it does look pretty powerful, though. Wow! Holy crap! The other guys were, like, way easier than Soraville here. Yeah, so basically it said, like, a light attack is like that, and then if we hold it... I guess it's an area of effect, like, kind of right in front of us. So that ultimate does seem pretty damn powerful. And like I said, it doesn't actually make us use our fit. Like, I'm sure once this is over, it will... replace it with our staff again. 24 gold and platinum ring of reduced spell cost. So, like I said, we're not even going to take these, but obviously those are the rewards. Can we use... oh. What?
The ghost of the Green's final victim.
Okay, right. This is... oh, no. Don't kill me, man. Oh, my God. I just killed you. Okay, let me exit, dude. Can I not? Don't make me kill him again. I literally just killed him, but it's not letting me go through this door. Yeah, we're like, okay, now we should be able to. Okay, yeah, this is an MMO, so when you kill bosses, they'll respawn, obviously, so other people can kill them. But there are, from what I understand, there's like little instances where if you go into a dungeon, like only you and up to 3 people can go in, so it's like your dungeon, and once you kill the thing, you know, it won't respawn. But this is like an open world dungeon and boss, so like everybody can come in here and you can fight them with strangers or with a team or whatever. So that's why there were 2 Soravilles.
Soraville. Is he... He is. It's done then, isn't it? I knew he wouldn't come quietly. In the end, I bear the blame. A killer. Right beside me, and I didn't see it until more lives were lost. I'm glad you were here, Admin.
Are you all right?
I will be. The arrow struck near my collarbone. Soraville was a gifted marksman. Maybe he couldn't see as well through the mask, or it was nerves. Or maybe he didn't really want me dead after all. Just one more question I'll never have answered.
Is there anything I can do?
One more thing, if you're willing. I'm certain that Soraville never spoke to Kellan's parents, given that this was all his scheme to begin with. They lost their son, and they don't know why. It was you that avenged him. You should tell them that.
What about you?
I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to my head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here. Or at least some small measure of peace.
So Soraville did all this just to hurt you?
He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, a naive young Mer, a dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that.
Soraville was a madman. This wasn't your fault.
You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Jurisreeve, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
Okay. Talk to Elsareth, who I'm sure will give us our final quest reward. I think ESO's pretty good. You guys know me, I love unique weapons and armor and things like that as opposed to just leveled items, which is why, even though I love Borderlands, it kind of pains me that so many of the weapons, even the unique ones with the flavor text, are just kind of copies of each other. But this game is pretty good. I mean, it's like that because it's an MMO, but this game, I think, is pretty good with giving you unique rewards for completing quests. And yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys think of ESO so far. If you've never played ESO, if you've never even seen it, this game is really good. I mean, honestly, like seriously, if I was just a fan of MMOs, the only MMO I have ever played for any amount of time in my whole life has been MapleStory. And probably most of you don't even know what that is. And I played that a shitload. I mean, tons and tons of hours. But that is the only MMO I've ever put time into. And it's different. It's not like a normal MMO like this one. So, I mean, if I was a fan of MMOs, I would definitely be playing this. I think it's a really good game, honestly. I deserve to know what's MMOs just aren't for me.
I don't. I am sorry. But the prosecution is still examining his body. We will release his remains to you as soon as we can.
I remember you. Please, you have to tell me what's going on. My son never came home. And now they tell me they won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy?
Goodbye. I'm sorry, we couldn't save Kellan, but we've brought his killer, the Ghost of the Green, to justice.
If for his mercy. How could you? Why didn't you save him? Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellan's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again. God's help me.
So what I was saying was before when, like, I was saying that the Elder Scrolls Online is pretty good with giving you unique weapons and armor. I was going to say, they keep showing the Ghost of the Green's, like, hat, and it looks really interesting. I bet we're going to get it. And look at that. Ghost Skull Cap. Increases critical resistance by... See, one of the things that I do have issue with Elder Scrolls Online, though, is that there's so many numbers, and I understand that that's just kind of how MMOs are, but at the same time, Like, it's kind of overwhelming to read sometimes. Look at the item on the left. Like, look at all these different numbers. Adds 802 Maximum Magicka. Increases Mundus Stone effects by 6.5%. Adds 1058 Magicka. Adds 124 Magic Recovery. 124 Spell Damage. 8% chance to summon Ice Pillar. Dealing 6,913 damage. 3 meter radius. 2 seconds. 60%. And then everything on the right as well. It's just, like, so much to keep track of. Anyways, part of the Griffin's Ferocity set? That's interesting. Why wouldn't it be a part of, like, the Ghost of the Green set? I don't know. Either way...
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work. You just have to remember that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
Okay, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're done with this place. We solved the murders. We're going to end this episode here, most likely. I don't honestly know where to go to get more quests. As I've said, it seems like they've left out some... But that doesn't make any sense either, though, because why wouldn't they just leave out the main... Well, because they want people to test out the main story. They just don't want YouTubers like me to show it off because it'll spoil everything. So the question is now, in the next episode, where do we go? We can just look around, but I think that'll get boring after a while. So, if we take a look at our map... let's see. Well, we're right around here in the middle. We've already been to Shimmerine. We have not been to the dock, so we could go there. And then there's other places. There's Sunhold. There's Alinor. There's Cloud Rest, which I believe is the main story, but I could be wrong. There's this area. So we could definitely make our way to some of these areas, and there will most likely be quests there. So, like I said, I think we'll continue this on until the game officially releases, just to give you guys as much insight as possible. And we'll keep switching around, you know, armor sets, weapon sets, skills and things. I'll just, again, I know I keep repeating myself, but I'll show you guys as much as I possibly can. So that's going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.